Welcome back, everyone. to the world's worst adventurers. Um, so, session two. Uh, Hi, everybody that's probably watching this on the VOD because nobody's here yet. Not important. Uh, we last left off. The three of you went to the farm, had some great prep time, killed a lot of goblins, and then died promptly um, with no mercy. And found yourselves in hell, where you met the discount Jar Jar Binks, who
Yeah,
is,
discount Jar Jar.
who is a devil in the pits of hell, and he had granted you the power of what is equivalent to a level 20 character. And then told you guys that he needs you to kill Tiamat. So,
Sounds easy.
yeah, super easy, barely an inconvenience.
I hate
Uh,
you so much.
so he has pointed you into the direction of the nearest town, and he himself vanished. So the city you're coming up on is the city of Melshim, which is a very, very large city. As you approach it, the walls.
Question.
Yes,
Should I be concerned that the DM cannot pronounce the name of the place that he made up?
I didn't make it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
This-
I feel better.
this is a city in the Nine Hells.
Okay.
So it's a very, very large. I'm making everything else up, but the name I didn't make up. Um, the very, very large city. Um, there's a wall. It's a very, you can tell as you're approaching. It's a circular city with very, very tall walls protecting the city. They're probably 100, 200 feet tall. And then as you're walking up, you also see a large mountainous structure in the center that kind of spirals up. It's like a mountain, but it kind of twists on itself up to a peak, and there is a temple sitting on top of it. Um, and as you approach the gates of the city, they are open, and there are guards posted outside. And as you walk in, nobody really pays you any mind. You don't seem very threatening to these people. You probably are threatening to these people, but they don't know that because you haven't done anything to threaten them.
Yeah, I'm
Should
not
we do something
convinced.
to threaten them?
What?
I was asking if we should do something to threaten them.
Like what?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
I mean, we did just die. We're not really all of that threatening.
Fair point.
So you guys walk in, and you can see now. Hold on, let me pull the map up for myself so that I can better reference.
Oh, wait a second. As we walk in, I would like to turn to the nearest town guard there, and I'd like to ask him, something, but I don't know what I should ask him.
Okay.
I'll walk up to him and I'll just see how it goes. Excuse me, Mr. Town Guard, sir.
Yes. What can I do for you? And you see, he's got this like cowl kind of helmet looking thing on. His armor is a bright red, kind of leather looking, but it doesn't. It's not like the leather that you've grown up with. And he's a dragonborn with a red. He's a red scaled dragonborn with a tail coming out his backside. Yeah. What can I help you with?
Yes, sir. As you might be able to ascertain, we are in fact very new to this little town, and in fact, we're very new to the whole concept of being in hell. It's kind of a new experience for us, and I was wondering if you might be able to give us some direction as to what's going on in here, and perhaps we could have a better experience while we're visiting your fine little city.
Yeah, sure, sure. This that you're entering now is the entertainment district. There's an arena. There's lots of gambling around. Just kind of all the entertainment needs are generally met in this area. If you go down to the door to the west, east, east. You go down to the door to the east, and that is the shopping district. There's lots of shops, various items of all kinds that have been scoured throughout the Nine Hells. Then the farming district is further up from that. The city's kind of in sections. Here, let me. This will probably be easier. And he kind of walks over to another guard, and he's like talking to her for a second. He comes back. Yes, here, let me. And he starts drawing, very crudely, I might add, on this map. And he goes, here, this is basically what it looks like. You know, I'm not the greatest artist, but there you go. And he hands over this parchment that has a vague drawing of the city. And he starts pointing out. So this right here is where you're entering, and this is the entertainment district. Going around counterclockwise, you have the shopping district, the farming district, the prison district, the residential areas, and then the hunters and tanners guilds.
Can we just sidebar for 1 second and say that was impressive? Because how did you know that we were going to ask him for this map and you just had it? I'm impressed by your preparation. That's all I'm saying. Carry on.
Yeah. And the tall mountainous spire in the center, that is the Temple of Asmodeus. I wouldn't go there if I were you, unless you are invited.
Very well, thank you very much. It's quite informative. I must say though, as this whole going to hell thing is very new, I'm very surprised to find there being any sort of entertainment down here at all. I sort of was under the impression that it was more of a life of pain and suffering and misery and torture sort of thing happening forever.
No, that's Hades.
Oh,
That's a completely different section of the cosmos. Yeah, you don't want to go there.
oh, okay. So this is kind of like a nice vacation spot then.
I wouldn't call it a vacation spot. It's actually rather hot here. I'm actually surprised you're not sweating tooth and nail. But as a dragonborn, I am resistant to the heat, and so it's not that terrible down here for me. But there are lots of dangerous creatures about. But this is a pretty lawful society, though what they consider to be good or not good is a little bit different than it was in the material plane. You see, it's run by devils, so I mean it's lots of murder and thievery and stuff like that. But mostly it's a nice place. Yeah.
It's really a wonder that you're able to have any sort of functioning society and one built upon not having to be punished for killing people or for stealing things.
Well,
It
devils.
almost makes me wonder. It almost makes me wonder how it is you have a job at all if you're just allowed to kill and steal things from people.
Yeah, well, it's the society of devils is built on a very, very stable layers of contracts. Many things are built on contracts, and so there are contracts about not killing certain people. I myself find myself in the service of Asmodeus to be a guard here in case some random creatures start coming up, and you're just trying to get rid of things. And if somebody were to come and just start murdering, I am the one to stop that. Asmodeus really doesn't like things to go crazy, so.
From the back, you hear the hermit go, "Yeah, we know a little bit about contracts."
Yes, yes, contracts are quite interesting. Yes.
I must say though, since you're so well and connected and very informed, that I must just out of curiosity, perhaps, have you ever heard the name Borgath before?
Porgath, Porgath. I can't say that I have. No, no.
Hmm, very
Pity.
interesting. Okay, well, thank you very much. You've been very helpful. And you said that there's things to do here in the entertainment district. I'm not really familiar with the concept of entertainment because in my life, I suppose now that I'm dead, in fact, but in my life, I didn't really get very far off my family farm. So this could be a whole new experience for me. And I am
Oh
very.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's great. I mean, it depends on what you're into, but your accent is kind of bleeding over into mine. uh, but I mean, if you're a fighter, there's an arena. If you're into gambling, there's all kinds of games. If you're into the more risque side of things, there's entertainment for that. There are places where they do plays and such. I mean, we've got it. We've got it. I mean, of course, every person that you've ever encountered, some of them ended up here. So all kinds of actors and entertainers and fighters. They've got to have a way to keep on once they get down here.
I must say, in fact, that half of all the people that I've ever encountered are here right now. In fact, there they are, the two of them.
That's oh boy, you're what did how did you get down here again?
Well, as you say, you're kind of the town guard here, and you're on guard against monsters. And I must say that I'm very concerned about this whole idea of monsters because that's how we ended up here. We were contracted to kill some goblins, and the goblins came and they killed us instead. And it was not a very successful contract. And instead, we ended up here in hell, and that's not a very nice thing. So we are currently under contract still with the person who contacted us to kill the goblins, but we're not supposed to kill something else instead. And I don't really understand how that works or anything. So I'm just kind of trying to find my way through. I guess not even life because I'm dead. It's a very existential experience for me. I'm not sure how to properly process all this new information.
Yeah, we were supposed to kill Asmodeus.
I would very much advise against that. He is a literal god, so
in fairness,
I'm just going to pretend you didn't say that.
We probably aren't supposed to actually kill Asmodeus. The fellow here, he is our elder, of course, but he's a little bit hard of hearing, so he may have heard some of the details a little bit incorrectly.
Yes, I take bad notes too.
I'll stick with that story then, if I'm asked.
If anyone asks who he is Show Pippin Pedalpopsilopicus.
Show for the Pepperpopsilopicus. Got it. I'll make a note of that.
References. Well, thank you very much. You've been very helpful. I hope that you're compensated adequately for your job here as a town guard. And if not, you should definitely talk to your superiors about getting a raise or something, because really, I think you're doing a spectacular job.
Yes, and you try not to die to any more monsters, because you look like you've been in some sort of higher station at some point, or else you would already be a lemur, but those guys are just the worst.
I'm really quite confused by all this, of course, because you see, I've already died, and I'm not sure how you can die again after being dead. But I'll take it.
There are worse things than death. I'll just say that.
Well, I appreciate your concern and your advice, sir. I'll do my best to abide by it.
He just nods and goes back to watching for any wildlife that may try to enter in.
All right. So to the rest of my little friends here, half the people that I guess not even half anymore now that I've met the town. By the way, town guard, I didn't get your name. What is your name, sir? I'm sorry for being so rude.
I hate you. My name. Yes, I definitely have one of those.
Oh, I do too, sir. My name is Horton TennyFoot of the TennyFoot Farms. And it is a
Horton.
pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir.
These people, they're just obsessed with the names. They can't stop asking about them. I don't know my name, and they just keep wanting to ask me what it is, and they have their names, and I already forgot what they are too.
Yes, well, my name is Shimpak.
Shimpak, it is a great pleasure to make your acquaintance. I hope that we shall encounter you again at some point in the future. And certainly, I take it under advisement, sir, that you should definitely ask for that raise, because I definitely believe that you are deserving of it, sir.
Yes, thanks for everything there, Shipwreck.
Yes, well, you have a wonderful evening or day.
Well, how do you tell the difference?
Yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah.
Just kind of whenever you get tired, you go to sleep, and
Great.
know,
Sleep time.
This is a very interesting point you bring up, because you were saying that things were to the east or to the west. How do you determine the direction if there is no sun?
Well, the gate is considered the south. This is the only entrance to the city. We consider this the south. It's more of an internal thing. It's not really well known. It's just we use the city as a compass, kind of. You know, those of us who are used to cardinal directions and time and whatnot.
But on your map, you drew it kind of southwest.
I'm not the greatest artist, so
That's fair. Are you the greatest guard?
Probably not. No.
Well, he's certainly the greatest guard I've ever met.
He's also the
Lovely.
worst guard you've ever met.
That is also true.
That's not very kind, but I
Really,
accept-
what you're saying is he's average. If you kind of take those two things.
Perhaps we shall have to meet more guards so that we can get sort of a baseline to figure out whether he is a good one or a bad one.
Yeah,
Try poking him with a stick. See what he does.
please don't do that.
I have a new goal.
Would
Do
you
I see
mind
any
telling the
sticks?
DM what
I
it
see
is?
any sticks lying around?
I mean, I have a staff. I use it to walk.
I do mind telling the DM what my new goal is.
Tell him anyways.
I'm trying to drink my tea here, and it's not working. I'm gonna spit it out all over my keyboard.
I think we should head into the city and find some more things to do here. At
That
least-
would be lovely.
I don't know. Should we start by getting some supplies? I don't know what you need for traveling to help, but I'm assuming you need something. In fact, and perhaps we could also check out this entertainment thing. I'm not sure what that is at all, but it sounds certainly a lot more interesting than not checking it out.
Masters, could you do the districts again one more time for me? Because I was trying to fix my notes when you were reading that, and I didn't get them all.
Yes. So south is entertainment. Then going counterclockwise, it is shopping, farming, prison, residential, hunter/tanners guild.
Thank you.
I'm actually taking notes. This is a bad sign.
You can use mine if you want.
Oh no. I'm taking my own.
It's terrible. I like sharing them because then I don't have to be as careful.
Oh. I'm noting something completely different. Trust me. This is goal related.
Right. Well, I mean, he said it's just daytime and nighttime depending on how tired you are. So since I'm always tired, I think we should find a place to stay.
Well, then perhaps we should make our way to the residential district, unless you feel like getting yourself arrested, and then we could probably sleep in the prison.
Not super picky. I'll take 3 squares and some entertainment.
Okay. So where are you guys headed?
I would say straight to hell. We're already
Crazy. I'm on a highway to hell. Now I'm on a highway in hell.
Yeah, I'd like to go find somebody in the hunting/tanning guild area.
Hi, baby.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if that's where you want to go, I guess we can go there
Just to see if
first.
they got stuff that needs killing or doing.
Certainly, please lead on.
All right.
We'll follow you.
I'm with you, fellers.
Following this crude map, walking around, you do see how crude of a map it actually is. There are two larger buildings close to the entrance that could be considered casino type areas, and then smaller buildings as you get closer and closer to the arena. And you can hear all kinds of shouting and cheering coming from that. But you make your way up to the western side, and the door is about halfway. There is a wall separating all of the districts that only go up about 50 feet. And then, of course, the outer wall is about 200 feet. And most of the wall is comprised of just ridges coming off of the central mountain tower, where Asmodeus' temple is. But you do find the gate about halfway through. Once you get in there, you see different buildings set up around, and then a main larger building with the little patch that he kind of circled out and drew is where they have livestock and stuff. And by livestock, you're used to sheep and goats and cows and normal livestock. This has got some weird dog-looking things that are very, very oversized for what even a wolf might be in the material plane. And then there are some things that kind of look like sheep, but they're much more gnarled looking, almost like instead of wool, it's just a thicket of thorns surrounding their bodies. And there are also a few panther-looking creatures that are actually on fire. So
Nothing I would have ever encountered on the in the normal material.
Nothing you would have encountered on the material
Okay.
plane.
I'm immediately gonna go. Gosh, would you look at these? Look at these! Look at these! Hi, little guys, you're so cute. Hi, everybody.
Anything for someone who is proficient in both Arcana and Religion might have read or heard about.
Roll me.
Yeah, what do you call these things here, huh?
Roll me an Arcana.
I don't know what you would call them, but I suppose if the little shepherd that we helped that hired us at first had
Okay.
these kind of sheep instead of the other sheep, he may not have needed us at all.
Now roll me a history check with a +5.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna fix
Okay.
an alert in my bot. I swear I'm listening.
Let me just roll it here since it's gonna have a thing. Is it? Let's see. It's /R, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't put a space.
Yeah. So your history is already a +5, so it'll be a +10 total.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Nice.
There you go. How about that?
So, you have heard fables of and read through books and heard about these creatures that sometimes venture their way into the material plane from the Night Elves.
Okay.
They're very vicious creatures, and there are several different. Pretty much any animal you can think of in the material plane, there is a version of it that is meaner and more demonic than what is in the material plane. And so what you see here are hellhounds, hellcats, and these sheep-like creatures are called something else.
wait for it. We'll get there.
Yep. Shawl. They're called shawls.
How do you spell that?
Like that right there.
I want one of them shawls. They look neat. Real friendly like. Although I'm not quite sure how their wool's not getting set on fire by them hellcats there.
So as you're standing around this area where all the animals are being kept, a kind of a shorter gentleman walks up behind you. Yeah, that's because they've already been burnt.
Extra crispy.
Yeah, that's kind of sadistic if you think about it.
You turn around and you see this. He's not really. He kind of has gnomish features, but he's more halfling sized. So not quite as tall as some gnomes are. Fun fact: halflings are shorter than gnomes.
That was fun. Sorry.
And he's got this hat on, this like a wide brimmed hat, but it looks like it's made of the thorny material that is wrapped around the saw. And he says, "Yep, they're on fire when they're young, but as they grow up, it kind of puts itself out, leaves these hard thorns like structures around their bodies and keeps them nice and protected."
Huh. That's the sheep things we're talking about?
Yeah, that's the shawl.
Ah. I really thought you said that the cats were on fire. I'm caught up.
I mean, what's the chances of finding somebody who sounds just like me in hell? What's the chances of that?
I mean,
idea. Where? I mean,
the regional dialect, man.
Were you born down here?
No. I was born in Baldur's Gate.
Well, hot dog. That makes a lot of sense then. Makes a lot of sense. I guess all of us folks from Baldur's Gate end up in hell.
I'm sorry, what was your name there, son? These people here really like to know names and things, and I'm just trying to take notes.
Oh, yes. Please do tell us. What is your name, sir? It's
My name's Thatchel.
Thatchel. And are you a shepherd, sir?
I guess you could say that. It wasn't really my trade when I was in the material plane, but seem to be making a living out of it here.
Oh, and is it a good living, sir?
Yeah, well, it keeps food on the table. Kind of hot down here, so lets me wear fancy stuff like this to keep me cool.
Oh, very nice. I must ask, because this is hell and it's kind of our first experience being here, tell me, you're saying it keeps food on the table. What do people eat down here?
It's not really the greatest food you've ever had, though if you know how to cook it, some of the vegetables they have down here are divine. So our farming district over here, they have these I don't remember what they're called, but it's like a little squash type things. That has these poisonous spines on them, but if you chuck those off, you just have this delicious fruit. It's pretty dry, like most things are down here, but if you cook it just right, it gets it a little bit moist. Delicious. It's probably the best thing I've ever had down here. Is and that's saying a lot, because there ain't much down here.
No, this brings up a very interesting question. Why are you farming animals if you eat only the squash?
Oh, I don't eat only. We also eat the animal carcasses. They're the meat the benefit. They already come pre-cooked in most cases.
Oh, yeah, I see that very well. Yes.
Yes. But once you get down to the meat of the animal, it's very spicy. Kind of like from if you look down south near what was that town in the material plane? Had a huge dragon just destroy the place there for a while. Whatever it was, down there in the south, they would make that spicy food. Yeah, it's some of this. It's a lot of spicy food, but it's good. It's good.
And who do you know that cooks real good down here?
Well, My wife, Thelma, she's a pretty good cook.
All right.
Second wife, I had one on the material plane. I found her here. She's a Tiefling lady. Yeah, she's back home now, over in the residential district. We have a nice little home there.
All right.
But she's a fantastic cook.
All right.
Of course,
And,
she's been dealing with all this food her entire life. She was actually born down here.
Oh, good, because I'm gonna want to learn how to cook this food while I'm down here.
I got some cooking skills too, you know. I can help learn you.
So you're saying that you have acquired a wife while being down here in Hellsir?
Yep.
How did that
Sure
go?
have.
How did that happen?
Well, you see, I was found myself down here through an interesting contract I made with a fellow one time about making it in the slums of Baldur's Gate, and yeah, when I didn't really think about too much, but he said, hey, if you sign this contract right here, I'll make sure you're nice and set for your entire life while you're here in Baldur's Gate. I was like, that sounds like a good deal. I don't see no downside to this. Well, when I died, I ended up here. So I was kind of off in a cave somewhere, and these Hellcats came around, and I almost found the end of my second life, if you know what I mean. And I heard that ain't too good if you die down here. You just come back as a lower being and got to work your way back up. But so she came out, she saved me, and I've been here doing some ranching and some sheeping down here, and we've been together pretty much ever since.
Oh, it is a very lovely story. It sounds very much like my own parents back up in the material plane. My mother, she also, well, I don't necessarily know if she rescued my father, but she spotted him one night outside of a little tavern, and then I was told that about a little less than a year later, I popped up out of somewhere, and they never quite did tell me where from. But I'm very nice to hear that there are other people who meet just in that same way.
While
Perhaps
he's
someday-
doing this monologue, hold that thought. You can keep it going. While he's doing this monologue, I'm just staring at the saw, just not listening at all, just staring at the saw. Carry on.
And I'm really hoping that perhaps someday in the future something very, very similar to that might happen to me. I don't, again, really understand how it all works, but I'm very, very curious.
Well, anyways, so what are y'all doing down here?
All of a sudden,
we died.
All of a sudden, I instantly transform into a saw.
Well, that's interesting. He do that often?
Well, he did it.
Well, to be
earlier.
honest, I wouldn't know.
He-
I
he
haven't
did-
known him very long, but he is kind of strange. So I'd reckon to say yes.
He did turn into a spider earlier, and then there was like this little caravan of spiders that were all kind of marching toward the city, and we thought perhaps that they were going to try and take over everything, but then he turned back into whatever he is. I'm not entirely sure.
That's strange, even for down here.
Actually,
I pop back
really,
into my normal self.
Oh,
that might have been an improvement, but
but yeah, I mean,
Did I miss anything?
You guys have just found yourselves down here?
oh yes, it's been really only a matter of hours.
Yeah,
So
we
you're
kind of
probably
fell
looking
into
for
the
work
same
then.
kind of. Oh yeah, I'm definitely looking for something to do.
I start staring at the hellhound.
Mostly so I don't have to listen to the two of them talk.
I mean, really, it's okay about this, but really, the last time that we got some work, it didn't turn out so well because that's how we died and ended up here.
Yeah. Well, you talk to Marthas up there, and he'll set you straight. There, he's got plenty of contract. If you guys are willing to go out and face the wrath of the different beasts out in the field, we always looking for people to go out and capture or hunt, and bring us back some meat and pelts, and possibly even some live animals. But he'll get you set up real nice with a contract up there.
I turn into a hellhound.
Is there any
That's not normal.
non-contract work that we could come? Just
No, everything down here works on a contract. I know.
Where's the right to
You want-
work hell?
You
Where's
want-
that at?
You want to read the contracts though, so be super certain you read those contracts, because sometimes you get yourselves into a world of hurt.
I start growling at the hellcat.
The DM is going to live to regret that statement.
hate you already.
Do the cats do anything?
I'm not writing any contracts. That's for you.
Are the cats intimidated by me?
They are not. They don't. Actually,
Oh, we're gonna roll something.
yeah.
All right.
Roll me a D20 plus 3.
So 15, 18.
18. Okay. So you growl at this this hellcat, and you kind of get its attention, and it looks more perplexed at how you got out of the cage than it does feel intimidated by you.
I turned into a hellcat.
And as soon as you do that, it jumps back and just kind of does like a little figure 8 walking, and then just slowly walks away.
I sit down.
Yeah, your friend there, he's an interesting one. Might
Yeah,
want
we've kinda
to
found
put some sort of collar or something on him so that we don't accidentally, try and murder him.
Well, you seem to be. I mean, if you seem to be collecting these things, while he is still a Hellcat, would you like to perhaps purchase him?
I turn back into a hermit.
He's still for
I
sale.
can still hear you now.
He's-
A little bit.
It just seemed as though everything was kind of playing out very well, and you could turn back into yourself later and come find us.
It's not a terrible idea for making money. Sure couldn't sign a contract like that. That's for sure.
Down here there is slavery and stuff like that because it's not a very good place. But I still hold on to a few of my morals that I had up there, and that's one of them.
Well, so in an ideal circumstance, we'd have already had him turned into something before we approached you. But we might try that again in the future with somebody else.
I just
But
wanted to do it for fun.
Yeah, good thing I don't do any of them contracts because I'd probably fall for that. Mathis don't make them kind of mistakes though.
I thought you
that
said
is-
Marcus.
No, Mathis is the one that we're supposed to talk to about finding some sort of work.
Yeah, I thought he said Marcus.
How did you spell his name for it again?
Actually, Marthas.
Marthas. Okay. Gotcha. I wonder if what's the name?
So
of
we
it?
were both half right.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I was just copying what he said the second time.
It's really confusing down here.
In fact,
me
everything
about
is. Life was so simple on my parents' little farm, and everything's become considerably more complicated ever since I left there.
What do you do with these here animals?
Well, these particular ones are here for sale to be used as hunting companions, or if they end up, dying of natural causes and stuff, we cook them, skin them, eat them.
Oh, are they tasty?
Yeah, the Hellcats are delicious.
Mm.
A little bit of rice and some soy sauce.
I do like some soy sauce. I haven't had soy sauce in about 200 years, I think. I remember it though; it was good.
Treading close to a line. So we're treading close to a line, which I was going to cross otherwise, but I'm so glad you did there. Stop that.
Chinese food.
I'd like to.
Yes.
Do I believe him that he's had soy sauce?
Do
Who?
you believe in that there's soy sauce in hell?
Me or
Are you inside checking me?
Either one of them.
Of all your encounters down here in hell so far, people seem to be a lot nicer and friendlier than you probably would have expected them to be in hell. So you absolutely have no idea if this is just a front or if this is just who he genuinely is. You have no idea.
I mean, it could be said that that is the case with Horton anyway, no matter where he is and no matter who the person is.
That's fair. But Thurkear over here has been around a little bit more.
I've been
Alright.
around, but it's been a while.
Well,
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
well, friend, it was nice talking to you and finding a little bit of stuff out. But I guess I'm gonna go talk to this Marthas person here and go see if I can find me some work.
Yeah, he'll set you up right.
All right.
Yes, Thatchel, it was very nice to meet you. Perhaps someday in the future we'll be able to meet your lovely wife Thelma. She seemed to
Maybe
go lovely.
she loves company.
Ah, I'm not really sure what company is either, but I'll certainly try and figure out what it is so that we may provide it at some point in the future for her.
Well, currently, you're my company, so there's your definition right there.
Well, thank you, Thatcher. It was very nice to meet you. You have a nice day now.
You too, weird one.
I'm assuming we then go in search of Marthas.
All right. So, based off of Thatchel's general gesturing during that conversation, you gather that Marthas is going to be inside. It's hard. It's going to be inside of this main building, and there is an obvious main entrance to it once you get over to it. It's a very oddly shaped building with stables out the backs where they keep animals that they're trying to tame. As you're walking by, you can see trainers inside with different animals and beasts. So you guys make it to the main entrance and swing the doors open, walk in, and at first you don't really see anybody inside, but it's like if you were to go to pay a utility or whatever, it's just like a counter with like a glass barrier keeping people from getting behind the counter, and it's wall to wall.
Is there anything on the counter?
Yes, there's a lovely bell on the counter.
I'm gonna ring the bell.
Oh God.
I would like to go up and ring the bell.
Okay.
I don't know why you're ringing the bell. I just rang the bell.
Well, I'd like to walk all the way up to the counter, and assuming that there's a slight height differential here, I would like to reach up and ring the bell.
I'd like to take a number.
There are actually parts of the counter that are lower than the others to accommodate those of shorter height.
I really almost quite wish that there weren't.
You are more than welcome to walk up to the higher version and go.
I do that exactly.
I'm gonna go over. Do you need a hand up, buddy? I put my hands out like this so he can hop into it.
Oh, perfect! Thank you very much.
And as he steps into it, I fall over because I'm not strong.
So yeah, you go to step in his hand, and his hand just hits the ground.
Ow! 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 My hands! Ow! Ah!
Well, you did tell. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm wearing the heavy chainmail. It seems as though it has been too much for your strength, sir.
Now, what's all this racket going on out
Hang
here?
on, let me climb up on you. Hold your hands out.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm like
reach
trying to
down
climb
and
up,
try
and
and
I'm
lift
like
him up.
poking him with the
Hey,
stick a little bit.
Please don't climb onto the counter. That's
And then I hit the bell. Ding!
I'm standing right here.
Huh?
Standing right here, sir.
What?
Can I hit?
With my other hand, I wave up like so that you can just barely see the hand going like this.
Oh,
Oh,
hey,
hello, sir. Down
hey,
here.
There's a
down
guy here, guys.
I'd like to cast banishment on the two of them at 5th level, so I can talk to Martha. It's a let's see. It's a charisma save of 19.
Oh, that should be easy. What's my charisma modifier? I got an 8.
Okay.
I got a 6.
All right.
Okay,
So
you
can I
go-
banish them for a minute?
you go to cast banishment on these two, and they do like temporarily go away. But the thing about banishment is it banishes them to their primary plane of existence, which is the material plane, which goes against your current contract, and so they just kind of phase back in.
What were we talking about?
We're back again. It seemed as though I could almost see a little vision of home, and yet here I am still.
I might have blacked out for a second, but you know, that's normal.
Well, I tried it.
There's one spell slot you didn't have
Yeah.
no more.
What, is there something I can help the three of you with?
Ah, yes, sir. We're looking for Mr. Marthas.
Well, you found him.
Ah, well, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, sir. My name is Horton TennyFoot of the TennyFoot Farms, and we are here to perhaps acquire some form of gainful employment while we are still here stuck in hell.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe we can find some sort of arrangement.
Hey, what does this Marthas look like?
I was about to get there.
Oh,
so
sorry.
So as you're staying there talking to him, the two of you were too close to the counter to see him, but you can hear his voice.
In fact, my little friend the Hermit can see him because he's being held up.
Oh,
I can't see him, but yeah, my hand is there.
I thought I felt that.
so
No,
so
I'm quite strong.
So you can see him, and Thurkear can see him, and it's a rather tall looking furball, and he has black hair that is kind of in a mohawk, but it's all swooped over to one side, and he has a gold ring in his nostrils that has a red sheen to it, and he is wearing black leather, kind of armorish looking thing, and off to his side he's got a tightly wound whip at his hip. So you're looking for some gainful employment, are you?
We are, however, as all of my attempts at acquiring it so far in both life and death have not gone particularly well. What gainful employment actually means, I'm not really sure.
Yes, well, they can be tricky at times, but we like to make it nice and simple down here. I've got contracts that I'll need each of you to sign. Simple contracts, nothing life altering or anything like that. I know there are some devils down here that like to trick you into doing things, but this is simply to make sure that you get your stuff and I get my stuff.
Insight check.
Okay, roll an insight check.
All right. I need one more window. Oh gosh, that's a 9. Inside. Oh, that's not bad. 14.
14. So you look at him, and he seems about on par with all the other people you've met so far down here in hell.
Hey, which level are we on? Are we 1 going to 9
you're
or
the
9
ninth.
going to 1?
You're in the 9th layer. You're in the bottom layer of hell.
Okay, right.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks on par with everybody else you've run into. You've never really encountered people down here in hell, so you don't know what is normal versus what is shifty looking. But there is no change in his demeanor that would give you a confirmation one way or the other. Yes, go ahead.
Excuse me, Mr. Marthas. Again. Excuse me, Mr. Marthas.
What can I do for you, little fella?
I was wondering if perhaps I might be able to read the contract before we sign it, because as things stand right now, I don't know what we'd be signing the contract for. And the last time that we did that, it did not work out very well for us. In fact, it ended so badly, we are here.
I'm gonna
yes.
I'm just gonna look down and be like, you know, it's quite nice from up here.
Oh, it's quite pleasant down here as well. I feel like you're so light. I feel like I could carry you all day.
We can make that happen. This could be a thing. Hey, how do you think we look like this?
You're just you're missing a trench coat. That's about it.
Oh, I wonder, do you have a trench coat?
I can put something in the contract where I make you one with something you bring back.
Oh, that would be most appreciative.
Do you want a trench coat, little guy?
Absolutely, we do.
Ooh, this could be fun.
All right. Well, let me just make that amendment real quick. And you see he pulls a quill.
I'm just gonna lean in close, be like, and gesture towards Thurkear and be like, just don't tell that guy. He doesn't need to know.
I mean, what goes on between you and your colleagues is not my business. And he kind of whisks his hand out to the side, and a quill appears from nowhere, and he takes it and starts writing on a piece of parchment. All right, so here on this contract, we are looking for some more Hellcats. Now I can give you a direction to head of where a known gathering spot of theirs is between two cliff faces. But in this contract, on top of the trench coat that I make from, it'll probably take 2 or 3 pelts. I'll have to decide that when you get back with the pelts, so that I know the size. So 2 to 3 pelts will go towards the trench coat. Anything after that, I'll give you 75 gold per Hellcat. I'll give you 25 gold if you've done something extreme to the pelt to where it can't be used for larger projects such as a trench coat or armor. And I'll give you 100 gold if you can capture any alive. Each one you bring back alive, I'll give you 100 gold pieces. So that's 100 gold for live cat, 75 per dead, and 25 if you've ruined the pelt. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds mighty fair. Is there do I see anything else in the contract? Is there any other writing besides what he said?
No, it literally, it's very, very straightforward, very plainly written out. There is no fancy wording. It's just, you kill this, I give you this.
May I have my friend read it? Can I hold it?
Oh yes, of course. Each one of you is going to get one of these
I'm
each.
gonna hand it and I'm gonna hold it down so Gavi can read it.
Oh, thank you very much.
He kind of passes it through the glass that's there. Like he literally reaches his hand through the glass and sets it down, and sets down 3 of them. All right, if I can just get each one of you to sign.
So I'm reading the contract here, and it does seem to be in order. Thank you very much. I do appreciate your straightforward wording here. I'm also quite surprised that I can read in Hell, because I thought you might have some sort of weird language or something down here. But apparently,
yeah, of course, it's in Abyssal.
Oh.
Not Abyssal. What's the one I told you guys?
Infernal?
Infernal. Oh yeah, it's Infernal. It's all in standard Infernal.
As it turns out, I do know that one. Apparently, my dear mother.
I think
the
Borgath
material
gave
realm.
us that, didn't he?
Yes,
No.
Borgath gave you all the ability to read.
I already
So if you
spoke.
already could. That's also a thing. Horton can
Yes.
speak it, hear it, and read it. The 2 of you can only understand it. When the 2 of you look at the contracts, it looks like gibberish.
So it's very helpful that I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you can teach me how to read that there, Scribbles?
It might certainly take some time, but I think I could.
I might have you do that. I look over at Thurkear and I'm like, he's a pretty smart one, isn't he?
Yeah, he seems to be all right.
Well, everything seems to be in order, Mr. Marthas. So I will certainly sign, and this seems like a very beneficial contract for the both of us. At least I think it is. I don't know exactly how much you're able to sell the Hellcats for on your own, but it seems to be a very nice place for us to start our new live. Or again, I'm very confused on the terminology here. Are we actually alive in Hell, or are we something less than that? Because I do remember dying to get here.
So it's more of a reincarnation process.
In fact, I hear there's a lot of people who are dying to get here.
Well, a lot of people are trying to avoid the death to get here, but we all end up here sometimes. I would say about 95% of the population of material plane ends up here at some point.
Someone should
Whether
warn them.
through happenstance or through contract. But yeah, if the 3 of you will sign this, I'll go ahead and set you on your way. And you can take these on at your leisure. This contract will stand for as long as you guys want to do.
And
As often as you want to go out there and bring these back to me, I'd be more than willing to pay for it.
and should we not be able to complete the task? What is there any repercussions or penalties or anything like that?
Well, if you don't complete the task, that means that you probably are dead. So those tasks or those punishments are between you and whatever construct got you here. Oh, I will warn you. There is a mother hellcat. We don't know a whole lot about her, but she's like much larger than the ones that you saw out in the yard. She's quite large and a lot more powerful. A lot of the people I've sent out have died to her. The area I'm sending you to, she shouldn't be near that. But if you do manage to take her on and kill her, there is a substantial reward for her. I think it was 100 platinum. If you could bring her back.
Well,
But she is rather large and quite deadly.
Well, sir, just for clarification, just so that we can be sure to be 100% on the same page, might you be willing to add that to our contract in writing before we go on our little adventure?
So with her being a special case, we don't add her to the contracts, but there is an award system, and he points over to the left, and on the wall you do see several different wanted posters, for lack of a better term, that have different creatures on them that could be turned in for profit, and they're quite substantial profits.
Okay.
And would you prefer her dead or would you prefer her alive?
I mean, if you can capture her alive, more power to you. But you're probably gonna have to kill her to bring her back.
I can't spell platinum apparently. And where did you say these? We could find these here Hellcats.
Looks like it.
Paperwork. It's the worst, right?
Work is killer.
You know, something tells me that no matter what direction we head out of town at this point, some sort of mystical force may guide us directly to where we need to be.
So have all three of you signed the contracts?
Yeah, I signed.
I put an X.
As soon as you sign the contracts, just like the one that you signed with Borgath. Yeah, that's what I was wanting to say, but it didn't come out. Same kind of style. As soon as you sign it, they go up into smoke. Yeah, so now that the contracts are signed, you'll find that there's a beacon that it's just there, and you just follow that beacon like the northern star, and you'll get there eventually.
Do you say bacon? I do like me some bacon.
No, it's a beacon.
Bacon. Yes, bacon.
No, bacon.
Hang on. I'm gonna pull out my ear trumpet. Huh?
It's a beacon.
It's a beacon.
Yeah, beacon.
So where'd the bacon go?
Well, if you step outside, you'll be able to see it.
Whoa! All right, I'm gonna go hop off Horton and start hobbling my way outside.
Right. So as soon as you get outside, there's this bright blue beacon that is just off in the distance that you can very, very clearly see.
I don't see no bacon.
And it is
Doesn't smell like
shining
bacon.
in the sky over the 200-foot walls.
Yes,
Okay.
it's on the outside of the city.
It's a blue beacon, you said?
Yeah, it's a very, very bright blue beacon.
Considering how everything down here is red, it stands out very well against the contrast.
Yeah, it's what it was going for. Kind of a fun little magical effect
Yes, yes,
built,
yes.
built into the contract.
Oh, so only those who sign the contract can see it?
Yes. And it's also specific to the contracts. So once you hunt that area, if you ever want to go and hunt another area, just come back here and we'll do a small addendum, and there we'll get you another beacon up there to a new nest.
That's very helpful. It's very functional magic. I wonder how that works.
It's above my pay grade. I can tell you that much. I just work here, man.
So you are not in fact the boss then?
No. Technically, Asmodeus is the boss of all this here in this city, but there are some lesser devils that are actually my superior, if you will.
Isn't Asmodeus that fella we were supposed to kill?
No. We are, I suppose you might say, kind of halfway working for him, but there's a series of intermediaries and such which are kind of standing in the way.
He's the one we're working. I thought we were working for that Tin Man. Tin Man. What's his name?
No. We are. That's you have it. The details slightly backwards.
Yeah, so as you guys are having this conversation, he sticks his fingers in his ears and goes la 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 la, and just walks away.
People in hell are very strange.
It's a weird place. I've noticed that too.
However, I think that is a very interesting means of saying farewell. That seems to be the case here. So I think we should remember this in the future, so that we are not rude when we meet new people.
Well, they're thirsty here. What's your name?
Thurkear.
Yeah, you wanted us to go and get some work, so what now?
I mean,
You seem to be, I think you're in charge now.
well, I wasn't thinking that, but I reckon I'd probably follow the big bright light and go and get me some money.
Right, but I thought we was going to get some sleeping. Didn't we say when you're tired it's nighttime? So it's nighttime.
Yeah, but if we go off at nighttime every time you're tired, we'll be sleeping a lot more than I think we're allowed to.
Yes, this sounds good.
All right. Well, I was thinking to myself, I do have a 5th level spell slot I need to get back.
Well, I'll follow whatever you fellers do. I don't really want to sleep. I'm just a pain.
That's fair.
We did agree that
That's kinda
we
life.
feel bad for Mumbles. So
He knew what he was getting into.
Yeah, I did. Now hold on. No, so as we were walking here, we came up.
I forgot to mute as well.
Yeah.
put it off his camera, blows his nose.
Where's my clip button?
Oh god.
Well, the world's worst adventurers do the world's worst DM as well.
And we got him. But
So as we were walking here to the Hunter Tanner's Guild thing to find some work, you mentioned that we passed by an arena.
Correct.
There was cheering and hooting and hollering and stuff.
There was.
I'd like to go back and find that and observe for a minute.
Okay.
See what that's all about.
So you go in back the way you came, and back into the entertainment district, and you can hear the crowd is still going, and so you just follow that noise. So you eventually find yourself at the base of a very, very large coliseum that gets bigger as it goes up. It gets wider as it goes up, more like a cone. and you can easily get into the arena. You follow the pathways up and find some open space. It's all standing room. There are no seats. It's more like a railing that people are standing up against, cheering on and watching the arena. And it's strange because from the height that you climbed up, you feel like the fighters should be further away, but it's almost like you're on the bottom floor right there with everybody. There's some sort of weird perspective magic going on that allows everybody to have the same view. And right now, it's very much a gladiator style arena. There are 8 gates around the outside, and there are pillars in the center. Some of them have been knocked over. There are different cages around the edge of the arena. Very, very medieval Greek style looking cages, or not cages, arena. And in the center, you see a very, very large figure. She has long black hair. Her face is ash colored. She's got muscles for days, and she is just wailing on this small pair of tieflings that are coming at her. One of them has a spear and a net, and the other one has a short sword and a shield, and they're both trying to take her on, and she is just manhandling them with her. Let me go. I want to say she has a scimitar, but I want to make sure it's right. It's a rapier. She has this rapier that she's going at them with, and they'll get up close to her, and she'll push them back, and she's going in very, very smooth with her movements, and very, very like she's dancing around them, like she's not even trying. And then the guy with the net and the spear gets a moment where she's focused on the guy with the sword and shield, and he like kind of throws the net on top of her, and it lands directly on her, and within an instant and she's on the other side of the arena and just comes right back at him, charging at him. And this fight goes on for a few minutes. You can tell that she's just toying with them, and people around you are cheering and egging her on, and eventually she gets tired of playing with them and just demolishes them, throws them across the arena. Stacks them on top of each other as they're both unconscious, foot on top, and just getting the crowd going wild. And you can see various people throughout the arena passing coin back and forth from various bets they had on the arena fight. And over it's like an auditory thing that happens. Feels like it's all around you and inside of your mind all at the same time. And you hear, "There you have it, folks! Panlos wins it again! Is there anyone that can defeat her? Is there anyone who even stands a chance? Find out next time when she fights the incoming gladiators."
The mysterious stranger will do it.
Mysterious stranger has won. And the crowd goes wild, and she slowly walks off into one of the gates, and another group of kind of smaller devils, imp-looking things, and start dragging the bodies off of the field. And you can tell
I
they're
just look
they're
over
not.
at her and I go, "I know her. I used to work with her." Never mind, that was a Marvel reference. Forget it.
Yeah, I got it. It was good.
I'm crying on the inside.
Fair.
Am I the only one imagining the vampire lady from Resident Evil as she's doing this description of the tall, black-haired woman with the ashen face?
But the bodies are drugged out, and then next you see just they have 4 or 5 different people come in. There's a minotaur, there's a furbolg, just different races, and then they're all kind of like huddling back to back, and then about 6 hellcats are released from various parts of the arena, and it's just like a battle royale type thing where they're all trying to fend off the hellcats, and the hellcats are ripping them to shreds, and then they'll get a jab in, and it's just a really fun arena battles going on.
I'm having a very interesting thought here. What would happen if we were to enter the arena and fight the Hellcats here instead?
Well, I mean, I was just thinking about going into the arena and having a bit of fun. Doesn't it seem like fun?
I mean,
No. Thanks for asking. You can do it if you want. I'll watch you. I'll cheer you on and be like, yay!
I'd like to solo squad the arena. Since I didn't get any help from the
I mean, I could certainly go with you and help you, but I'm not sure how much help I could be. I know that Mr. Borgath there said that we were more powerful than we were before, but I don't actually know how much more powerful that is really. So perhaps if we found like a nice weak-looking fellow that they would let us bully and beat up on, that might be a nice way to start things out.
Wait.
I don't think there's anybody else here that looks like you.
Hang on. What if
we're just gonna have to find somebody else?
What if you two were to fight me? That way we win no matter what.
All right, I cast Scorching Red.
He has fire resistance.
Then I'll use Ray of Frost.
I sit there on fire going, yeah, we can do that. That looks good. And then I could be like, oh no, it hurts. Oh my goodness gracious.
Right, but then how would we know if the pain was real or not? Like, what if we? I mean,
we would need one of them their keywords. Wait, no, the.
You're talking about a safe word?
That's the one.
Right, but what if you don't hear the right safe word because you're hard of hearing and you keep saying the wrong word?
I wonder if he's gonna mute this time. Right, oh, he muted. Look at that. Sorry, I got distracted.
It seems to happen to you a lot there, friend.
Yes, that's true. I mean, if you two want to go fight in the arena, we can fight in the arena, but that does sound like it's going to make me awful tired.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking about how much they're paying people to go off and find some Hellcats, and I was thinking, if we could fight here in the arena, maybe, place some bets on ourselves on the side, we might be able to make a little bit of money, or at least have some reputation, or we could go into some shops and people would recognize us from the arena, and then we could get stuff without having to, pay with arms and legs and Hellcat pelts.
Well, you'll have to excuse my extreme lack of understanding in this regard, but is reputation something that you want to be having?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I certainly would have never known, because the only reputation that I ever had was forgetting to get the eggs from the chickens in the morning, and that was not a very good reputation to be had, because my mother, she certainly scolded me every time she remembered it.
Well, I guess there's a difference between having a reputation and being reputable. So I think what I'm looking for here is that we'd be reputable because we won in the arena, not having a reputation for being forgetful and a mama's boy.
So you're saying that here in this little area in this little area of hell, you can become a reputable person by committing egregious acts of violence against other people?
Wouldn't that seem like how you'd become reputable in hell?
I wouldn't know. I've never been here before.
Well, you're here now. What do you think?
Well, really, it's actually not been all that bad. No one's tried to kill us yet. We haven't tried to kill anyone. Okay, maybe we did.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Maybe we did try to kill the Borgath fella, but it didn't go so well for us. It was really more of a moment of passing fancy, and it didn't quite pan out how I'd hoped. But perhaps there's still a way to make that happen in the future. but I suppose it would make sense that that if we were to hurt people, maybe that would be something that would make us more desirable or something down here. I'm not sure.
I mean,
Oh, wait. I look around. Is there anyone standing nearby?
There are several people standing nearby, but none of them are paying you any attention. They're all focused on the fights.
I have a way of being noticed.
oh no. Oh no.
Which one is the biggest?
There is a Minotaur fellow standing just to your left.
I go over to him. Hello, excuse me, sir. No, excuse me. Yes. Hello, my name is Horton TennyFoot. Can I ask your name, sir?
Reginald.
Reginald. Thank you very much.
Reginald.
Tell me, Mr. Reginald. We are very new to this whole hell experience. In fact, we've only been here as of now for a couple of hours, and we are trying to find a way, not only to perhaps to make some money, but to become, as my friend here said, reputable people. I'm not really sure what that means, but we were wondering if perhaps participating in an arena fight would be a way of becoming one.
You think you could fight in there?
No!
I think I could fight you, Reginald.
Well, I'm not the one you got to worry about.
Well, then who would I have to worry about if I was going to fight in the arena? Asking for a friend.
Well, those Hellcats right there will give you a run for your money for one.
I turn into a Hellcat.
What?
No, I feel like
He takes off running.
I start licking my paw.
There, Mr. Hermit, you see what you did? You scared off our new friend Reginald. Now we have to go find a new friend.
I turn back into the Hermit. I just like the cats. They're cute.
For the sake of actually helping this out, I look for someone who looks more like an official arena person.
Okay. You managed to walk around and eventually find someone that looks like they might work here. And let's say it's a human woman.
Okay.
I've never encountered one of those before.
Yeah. So she's got long curly black hair, dark complexion, and
And he's already thinking of his voice, and it's going to be wonderful, I'm sure.
Oh, I love it.
Hello, ma'am. My name is Horton TennyFoot, and I'm a recent arrival here in your lovely city. I'm also a recent arrival here in your lovely hell. That's another thing that I'm a recent arrival at. My two friends here, they come with me too. This one here is Thurkear, and that one...
Honey, I'm going to stop you right there. You've talked too much.
My apologies, ma'am. And I didn't ask your name. What is your name?
Hilda, if that matters to you.
Oh, it certainly does. I was always told that it's very rude not to ask people's name when you meet them. So tell me, Miss Hilda, we are perhaps curious about joining the festivities down in the arena, and we were wondering if you might be able to help us accomplish that.
You want to fight in the arena?
Well, my friend Thurkear here does really want to do it, and I think it might be an interesting test of how bad it is to die here in hell again, because we died to get here in the first place. So I'm kind of curious to see how all that goes. I'm not really sure, but he seems to be very confident in the fact that we won't die again. So I don't know much of anything else, so I'm kind of going with him on this one, and we were wondering if this might be a good place to test that out.
Absolutely. You want to sign up? It's $100 a person.
Ooh,
We'll start you off small, and then you work your way up. Really prove yourself. Maybe one day you'll even get to fight Panlos.
Well, here's my question, in fact, because you see, I am in fact very small to begin with. Might there be a way to lower the initial cost? Because, in quite frankness, ma'am, I don't have that much money.
I didn't think so. No, there ain't no way to lower the cost. It takes a business to run around here.
Well, I was wondering about that. You just let people in to watch it, spectators all the time, but you don't charge them any admission. You only charge admission to the people who are fighting. That seems very kind of a backwards way of doing things.
We charge admission for the cleanup of your corpse.
Ah, that makes quite a bit more sense, actually.
We make all of our money on the gambling on the premises.
Ah, very interesting. I feel like I'm learning quite a lot about how things work down here in Hell. Thank you very much.
Get
Tell
out
me-
of my face. Gergerona walks away.
But I barely
She
came up
seems
to her
nice.
waist. I barely came up to her waist at all.
I think it's just a figure of speech.
Oh, well, this is very confusing for me. I see. This is a whole new experience because every time anyone has ever said that to me before, I've actually been of the same height. And now that I'm in the land of the tall folk, it's quite different.
Yes, they all are quite tall, aren't they?
Very much so. Particularly Reginald. I miss him. He seemed like such a nice fellow.
We could go find him again.
Keep chasing this poor Minotaur away as a Hellcat. Just farther and farther away. Can we do
And
so
on
in such
that-
a way that we line up with the beacon so that Reginald can help us fight the other Hellcats?
And on that note, we're going to take a break.
Oh, that's me. We'll be back, y'all.
Yeah, that's you. Welcome back, everybody. So,
Oh, Hilda, you've come back for us now.
you guys have
She was sassy.
ended off running people away, but you did find out some information about the arena. So, what is it you guys would like to do next?
Well, I guess we're gonna go look for some hellhounds, right? Since we can't afford to go in here.
In fact, I think we're going to find some Hellcats instead. But I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Yeah, I definitely think we should just follow the beacon and go kill some things and get paid.
I like getting paid.
I'm not sure. I've never had it happen before, but it sounds like something which would be very pleasurable.
Yes, it's been a while for me too.
Yeah, I find that getting paid is a pretty good thing. And I mean, at least it gives us something to do while we, figure out how to do things down here.
Right, but here's the thing though. If we are to go head out that way, I wanna not stop and talk to Shipwreck on the way. We're just gonna walk right past him, pretend we don't see him, just be like, see ya.
Can I teleport? I don't have to talk to anyone because I can see the beacon. Like, I can see the beacon. It's nice and bright and it doesn't move.
If you would
Can I
like to
just
try,
teleport us there?
if you would like to try and teleport you there, you're.
I have
more than
never
welcome to.
actually used teleport, so like I want to do it for the kicks.
I mean, you were given a general description of where this nest was. You have the beacon as for distance,
Okay.
so
Okay.
so roll with
I don't. Do I?
Before he does that, I'm going to
I think. Hold on.
I'm gonna turn into a Hellcat.
Do I roll? Don't you roll for
no,
teleport?
you roll. Oh, I can
No.
roll. Yeah,
And
Yeah,
the GM rolls.
I was going to let you roll, but
I want you to
Nope.
roll.
okay. So I'm going to roll as though you have viewed it once. You were given a description, but I would say with the beacon, you have a little bit more of an idea of where you're going. So I will tell you that teleportation is a little wonky here in this in hell. So we're going to roll this. On a 1 to 43, there's a mishap. On a 44 to 53, you're in a similar area, but not the right area. 54 to 73, you're in the general area, but not exactly where you want to be. And then 54 to 100 is on target. I will also inform you with this decision that if you get a perfect 100 on this roll, you will be dead center in the middle of this Hellcat nest.
Perfect. Come on, baby. Oh, 100.
Can I cast spells while in beast shape?
Yes, because you are a moon druid.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so I just roll a D100.
Yep, I'm rolling your D100 right now. 82.
Let's go.
So you are on target. However, as I have previously stated, teleportation is a little bit wonky here in hell. So I have a table that we're going to roll on.
Oh, good.
That will
I thought-
determine.
I thought he was going to say that since we're in hell, all the numbers are actually flip-flop reversed, and we.
So for for this Mumbles, I need you to roll another D100.
All right. 21.
21.
Better this roll than
Okay.
the last one.
So
Maybe.
there are 300 items on this table.
I was going to say, did we bring some bystander's foot with us?
If you have a mishap during teleportation, I'll have you roll a D100, and I choose from the bad table. If you have an on target, which is what you got, I roll on the good table, and then if it's somewhere in between, I have you roll on the unknown table. So this was a good result. You did get on target. So 21. Um, all three of you, uh, as you gather around and Thurkear casts this spell, you feel a sense of rush to your bodies as though you are all being forced into a small spot near where Thurkear cast the spell. And then just as suddenly, you pop out on the other side. Um, and you all have an incredible sense of smell now. So as soon as you pop out on the other side, you can see off in the distance where the beacon is. It's just right around the corner, probably about 100 feet from you, where you can see this cavern starts to form, and in between you can actually see a couple of hellcats kind of pacing back and forth, keeping watch. But at 100 feet, you can smell these hellcats. You've smelt the ones at the pen, and then, but when you were in the arena, I mean, there was all kinds of smells around you, but you are now approximately 100 feet from these hellcats, and you can smell them as though they were standing right beside you. As part of this, you all now have blind sight within a radius of 10 feet and have advantage on perception checks related to smell
Let's go.
for the next 10 minutes.
Technical question.
Yes.
So, we had talked about I could transform into any fiend that I've met, which is why.
Certain kinds of things.
Sure. How about Hellcats and Hellhounds? Obviously,
You
we're
can
okay with
now
those.
turn into Hellcats and Hellhounds.
The only thing I could find was Hellcat Companion.
Yeah, that would be not correct.
Okay.
Actually, let me look at the head. Because Hellcat is not a real thing. I made that.
Huh.
I've got to go into...
We could, like, I don't know.
I mean, in fact, we would know exactly what Hellcats smell like because we stood right next to our friend as he turned back into one and then back out of one over and over again.
Yeah.
Yes, but you don't know what else I smell like.
No, we know what that smells like. To remember, you were sitting on my head.
That's true. Yes.
Yes. So yeah, you can use that for your if you want to change into that, you could use that.
Okay.
Just add your proficiency modifier to everything. Add it to your armor class,
Okay.
your strength, dex, con, int, wisdom, and charisma.
Okay.
And then add it to your attack and your damage.
Okay. So just use +6 for everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And your hit points are going to be we'll do 10d8 plus 8.
10d8 plus what?
10d8 plus 8. So if you want to roll that now.
I have exactly 10. 8,
How
9, 10,
convenient.
12, 13, 14, 15, 19,
I thought that meant he rolled
8,
10, and then +8 would be 18.
36. 36 plus 8.
You rolled low.
Yeah.
44.
I got a bunch of 3s and 2s. So
Wow.
42,
44.
44. I had that, and then he said words, and then I forgot the number I had.
That's less. That's less than than what's on their standard. So yeah. So just for, I'm just gonna say double that. 84. You have
No, that's
84
not-
HP.
Double would be 88. Just
I thought you said 42.
I
You
did,
can't
but
add.
he yeah.
Okay, yeah, then 88.
All right. All right. Cool.
I mean, for crying out loud, it baffles me that you only have 72 as the Hermit.
Me too. I'm very confused by that.
Well,
Let
since
me look at your character.
Although Thurkear only has 8
8 what?
HP.
No, he has 202.
202.
How come I can't see that?
Yeah.
Weird.
Did you? Oh, you have your hit point type set to manual. That's why.
Who does?
Oh.
You did.
I do?
I just fixed it. You now have 163.
Oh. That seems more better.
That does
So
seem better.
if I lose the 88, does it come out of my actual total or?
No, if you lose 88, you go down to 0, and then anything after that it carries over to your 163.
Okay, so I have to.
And
So
shift
I just have to
over.
track that manually right now.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Actually, if you go to extras, you can add that, and you should be able to edit the hit points there and track it there.
I just like that I don't have the lowest HP. I like that as the wizard.
where do I add it in extras? Maybe we
It
should do
says
this.
familiar.
Oh,
You've got it. It's already there under extras. You've got it listed under familiars.
yeah, I did that.
Yeah, click that, and then you can just just add temporary hit points to get you up to that, and then you can just track it that way.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
No worries.
Okay. Well,
Okay, so you guys are standing there about 100 feet away. You can see the hellhound or the hellcats kind of walk. There's a couple of them walking back and forth. You do know that you get more money if you capture them alive. You get more money if you don't destroy their pelts, which would be there are different ways that you can do that. Damage after death would be one of them.
And like a
But-
net or something probably would have been a good investment.
So, but here you are, 100 feet away from them. What is your plan?
So tell me,
let's
Miss.
see. I'd
Mis-
like. Do I get the feeling that I could kind of sneak up on one, like really like get the drop on one? Because my thought would be to get close, like within 30 feet or so, and Misty Step, and see if I could get the first strike on one.
So you guys have done 0 research on these. You've seen one in captivity, and you've seen several of them fighting in an arena. That is the extent of your knowledge.
I'm gonna telepathically contact Thurkear because I can do that, and I totally didn't forget. And be like, "Well, I'm gonna go find that mother cat, and I'm gonna go make friends. I'll be right back."
I was going to say, in fact, not that I heard any of that, but that is a fantastic idea. You should definitely try to seduce her.
It wasn't quite my thought.
All right.
Can I telepathic to both of them at the same time?
Yes.
Perfect. We're all having this conversation.
I'm not entirely sure what seduction implies or involves because my father only used it a couple times.
Well,
In
she-
terms of
I got-
in terms
Just
of what
so
my
you
mother
guys
did
know,
to him.
Just so you guys know, you can hear him in your heads, but you can't speak. He can't hear you
Well, I can-
when you're
I-
speaking.
Well,
So you
if
have to speak out
if we
loud.
have 10 minutes, I can fix that.
I can still speak, just talk.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
here's the thing. I got this spell. It's called Animal Friendship. I'm just gonna go up. I'm gonna hang out with her, and we're just gonna be friends. And then I'll bring her back here, and y'all can knock her on the head and knock her out.
Roll
I was going
me,
to say,
Hermit. Roll me an Arcana check.
It's just +6 for everything.
No. Arcana check.
My regular Arcana.
Yeah, just use your regular Arcana.
Okay, that's a 4.
A 4. Yeah, you think your plan's gonna work out swell.
I got a 2.
Oh God.
I was going to say, in fact, if you were able to make friends with her, then and then you could maybe just bring her straight back with us if she's your friend.
Yes.
Then we could. They say it's worth a lot more if the animal is alive.
It'll work for
And I could
24
only-
hours. We'll be friends.
And I can only imagine how much greater it would be if we had the big one that comes back as our friend.
And then you can teleport us back right into the middle of the fence there, and we'll just leave her there.
This is a wonderful plan. I like it quite a lot.
The ones that we saw in captivity, would I have happened to have seen anyone feeding them something? Like, do I feel like they're like
You
interested
guys
in
weren't
the type
around
of...
long enough for that.
We did see them trying to eat the people in the arena.
Hey,
That's
cut off a hunk of
fair.
your skin and give it to me. I'll bring it with me. Actually, no, but seriously, do you guys have some? You guys got some meat or something? I do need some food that I gotta give to make this spell work.
My mother did send me a few rations on my way when I left her house, but I don't know how well they survived the trip into hell.
Yes, I have some now, but they're magically in my back. I can't get them.
Oh, well, I have some here in my backpack, perhaps.
Great, I'll take some. I'm gonna put them in my mouth.
I will take a ration and put it in his mouth. Please do not eat the fingers.
I can still talk even though I got that because we're talking telepathically.
Exactly.
Oh,
Right.
Lord.
Well, I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna start walking slowly, but as if I own the place towards the nest.
Okay, make me a deception check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage? Gosh, I thought this was a great plan. Oh, that's better though. Deception. 21.
21. Okay. So you walk up to the entrance. A couple of the Hellcats are walking back and forth cross pattern, just keeping an eye out.
I'm gonna look at one of them and I'm just gonna walk up to it slowly and start sniffing its butt.
It reaches out and strikes you with an attack. Just a claw attack.
I dodge.
We'll see if you
What
dodge.
can he dodge?
No, just regular dodge.
God, I love homebrew.
It's more like an unkitty dodge. Huh? Huh?
15 doesn't hit your AC class, does it?
What did we say? We were gonna do the cat
Add
plus
6.
plus
Yeah,
6.
so
So
it'd
I
be
don't.
17.
Yeah. No.
So yeah, it reaches out to try to smack you away, but you quickly dodge at it with your new cat-like reflexes, and it just kind of low guttural growl comes out, and it just kind of continues its pace as you walk by.
I'm gonna telepathically contact the other two. Be like, I made it past the guards. They're not very nice. Be careful.
I don't believe I'll be following you in there until you.
I can't hear
have...
Unless you're yelling.
No. So he doesn't know how this works, so he's just talking.
That's fair. I'm walking. You keep talking. I'm gonna keep walking.
So you walk in, and I'm just going to use your token because that'll be easier.
That's fair.
Um,
Except we're not on that map.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
You kind of walk in, and you can see the ridges that make up the cliffside, along with a couple of small spires that kind of come up and flatten off. And there are just Hellcats everywhere, just tons and tons of them. And it goes back for several hundreds of feet.
Do I see a big one?
You do not currently see a large one now.
All right, I'm gonna do a short casual circle around to like here. And if I don't see a big one, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna head back.
Yeah, you don't see a big one now.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. I don't don't see the mother in here, so I'm gonna come back to you fellas, and we'll see if we can figure something just to make sure that we're doing this right, because I can't really hear you right now. I'm a little scared.
I did not realize you couldn't hear us.
Oh, hi. I'm gonna turn back into the hermit.
Oh, hello. There you are again.
Yes, I was getting a little scared, and as a druid, sometimes when I get scared, I wet my plants.
Well, so you said plants.
I did.
Yep.
You're
Okay.
muted.
That's okay. I was talking about how to leave.
All right, well, so that plan didn't work perfectly because she wasn't there, but I could get one this way.
I mean, I could make us a hut that they couldn't see us, but we could see them, and we could set food outside of it, wait for them to come up to the hut, and then stab them. Just a thought.
You should try stabbing him through the mouth, because then it won't hurt the pelt and it'll be worth more.
Right. That's definitely what I'm gonna do.
I got a stick. I can hit him on the head. Can we reach through this? You called it a hut?
Yeah, it's a hut.
Can we reach out of the hut and do stuff, or do we have to stay inside the hut?
I have no idea. I've never used it before. It's just in my fancy book.
You have a fancy book.
Yeah, I have a fancy book. This one. Just pull out my spell book.
Wow,
Nice and thick, good thick book.
it sure is a fancy book.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new stuff in here from whenever that Borgath fellow was talking to us and gave us all this power. So
Well, I'd be careful with that dude because he's sneaky with them words.
He is the one who brought us to hell.
Yep, I think it'll be fine, team.
Although I don't know if this is really hell. If this was hell, we would be surrounded with people that are just annoying and terrible, and you fellas are quite nice.
Well, thank you, sir.
No, I'm definitely in hell. It is exactly as you've described.
I don't understand. Are you around other people?
Yeah. I'm so broken. I'm so broken, y'all. My spirit is crushed.
Yes, my mom said that same thing.
Oh, you have a mother as well?
Well, not anymore. Well, maybe. I don't know. She might be. I don't know. It's been
So
a while.
that you are in fact saying that there's a creature which is older than you?
Oh yes, I'm quite a spry chicken. Don't I look like it?
Well, I don't really have a point of reference for comparison. As far as I know, you're the oldest person I've ever met.
Well, you've only ever met 10 people by now.
Oh, and let me double check here. I've met my mother and my father and you two, and then I met Shimpak and Thatchel, and I didn't meet Thelma, unfortunately. I was very much looking forward to that. And then I met Marthas and Reginald. I still miss him, and then Hilda. So in fact, it has been less than 10 people.
Wow. I might be the oldest. I might be the oldest one. I don't know how old your parents are, so I can't rightly say.
Well, mother, I was always told never to ask mother how.
Right?
a
Are you working on
lady's
that
age is.
hut?
I'd like to begin ritually casting Tiny Hut.
Right. So, I'm sorry. What were you saying? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, mother always said I should never ask what a lady's age is.
10 minutes. Huh?
Um,
Okay, let's go. We can fill this. Tiny hut in real time.
You're absolutely sure banishment doesn't work. You're positive.
Not on them too, unfortunately.
Because we could say, now hold on, hear me out. We could say that the nature of the contract now makes this, right, where the plane of existence they're from, and then they just be banished to a harmless demi-plane for a
I'm
minute.
sorry, it doesn't really work like that.
Okay, we need to homebrew a spell that can change a creature's plane of existence. So that this does not become an issue.
Is there
in the
a
future.
mute button spell?
Did you see?
Yeah, it's called silence.
Nothing that doesn't involve a meteor swarm. Or I'd like to cast wish.
Did you really?
Is that a ninth level spell?
It's like,
Can you wish that the mother was here and was sleeping so we could grab her?
Wait, why is your
Yeah,
your
his character
spell
sheet.
list is empty?
Yeah, level 1 with 8 hit points.
Well, no, I've got his level 20 character, but he has no spells.
I have spells.
Oh, now you have spells. Okay.
I have spells.
You didn't pick them until after we started today, did you?
No, I had them picked beforehand. Just about, I don't know, 30 minutes beforehand. I prepared my spells. Like, I had my spell list done, but I prepared my spells just before session.
Gotcha. All right. Would you like
No,
to
I'm
cast Wish?
not gonna wish. I'm not gonna wish.
I mean, he is going to wish. But he's not casting wish.
I'm just going to continue ritually casting Tiny Hut to be inside.
And we're going to continue our conversation
All right,
in
so
warp
10
speed.
minutes passes by.
Yep.
And the hut is now created.
Perfect.
And this is the first time since you've woken up in hell that you actually feel comfortable.
I don't see anything.
Even with the heat resistance, you still felt like you were in hell. It wasn't comfortable. It was hot. Manageable thanks to the resistance given to you, but this is the first time you've been comfortable.
I would like to make the color of the dome purple.
Okay, it is a deep shade of purple.
Does it look like it's purple from the inside?
No,
It does not.
it's
Once you're
see-through from the
inside, once you're inside, you can see out.
Yep.
But if you step outside,
But
it's just a.
can I see it at
dome
all?
of purple. I mean, there's a little shimmer. You can tell where the barrier
So
is.
I'm just gonna walk up to the shimmer and just like put my hand up, and I'm gonna try and touch it.
So as you go to touch it, you feel a little bit of resistance as you touch the magic, but your hand simply just passes through.
Wow, that's a neat trick. I'm gonna go stand on the outside and look back in. Hey, I can't see you guys from in here. It's just all purple. And then I'm gonna walk back in. Am I allowed back in?
That's a great question.
That's a Mumbles question.
What if I let you in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to allow creatures to.
Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say they can be in.
And I'm gonna walk back in. Wow, that's a real nifty thing you did there.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool whenever I was reading it, which I definitely did.
Yeah. Also, I'm
Forecast
gonna give Gavi his ration back. By the way.
Well, I thank you very much.
I
There's
am
not
gonna
too much.
say-
There's not too much Hellcat slumber on it. I appreciate that very much.
I'm gonna set some rations outside, particularly anything like meaty. Like forget like the fruit and nuts, like definitely like the jerky, like the meatier parts of my rations that I have. I'll set outside to see if it can attract anything. See if they're
Okay.
interested at all at the sight of food, the sight or smell of food, because that will also give me a good indication on maybe if they're picking up the scent of something in this direction. If they're able to
So
tell.
you guys are still currently about 100 feet away,
Right?
and they cannot spot from that distance.
Oh, okay, that's helpful.
Let me see.
I'm glad I can ritually cast that. Okay. I mean, what do y'all think? You just, we planned for the goblins and we died. So what if we just wing it?
You want me to just run out there and start yelling and waving my arms and then run back in here?
No, I want you to run there first and let me see what happens, and I'll show up
So-
if I need to.
Hermit,
Yes.
since you did go into the nest area, you do know that you saw about 30 cats.
Hey, by the way, I did tell you guys, right? There's about 30 cats in there.
That is a very important detail, which I don't seem to remember hearing.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
definitely
Sometimes I
don't do that
forget. I
thing.
think I tell people things, and that's just really just said it in my head. I'm
That's
not
'cause
used to
you do a
being
lot
around
of
people.
talking in your head. And you do a lot of talking in my head, which is also weird.
In his head, I say, huh?
Yes, for that.
I did.
All right, hold on. Wait a second. I got some more ideas here. Wait a second. Wait. Let me look. Let me think for a second. Well, I could turn into something that flies, and I could fly around on top of them and make a bunch of noise, and then fly back this way, and then lead them into here. I could turn into like a giant eagle, or a little itty bitty hawk, maybe a giant octopus. No, that wouldn't be helpful. Seahorse? No. Two-headed crocodile.
Just watch
Could you try and turn into like a flying monkey?
octopus land.
A fly? No, I can't do a flying monkey, although I could do a baboon or a giant ape.
Any of those would be helpful if you could get the things back here, so that we could get the drop on them.
I mean, it seems like the hawk would be the safest thing. I could stay up above them where they can't reach me. And you know, cats love chasing after birds to get all nimbly bimbly, and they're jumping around and they get sausage and milk.
Well, I was just thinking of this. Of course, that animals, the cats, of course, they do like to chase things. Perhaps you could turn into like a wee little mouse or something, because they do like to chase those.
I could probably do a wee little mouse, but I don't think that'll be very fast. Hold on, wait, I gotta look for a wee little mouse, because that's not in my list. Boop, doop, boop. Mouse. Mouse. Rat. I can do a rat. Let's see. But they're not very fast. If I was a rat, I could only go like 20 feet. That's not very fast. Is it per minute? I don't know what the actual unit of measurement is for T&D.
I don't know either.
I could do a giant rat for 30 feet, but, I'm thinking I'm going to go into a hawk. I'll be right back. And I turn into a hawk and I fly out.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm the masters of this campaign. So,
Masters.
no, nothing. I'm just
That's
saying.
supposed to mean.
Nothing. I'm not saying anything. So I'm going to fly out towards those just the two guards. And I'm going to just circle above them, about 30 feet above them. See if they notice me.
Poop on their head.
That's plan B.
So what
if
did
they
you
don't.
turn into?
I'm a hawk.
Okay, so you fly overhead. Are you trying to be loud and get their attention?
Not trying to be loud because I don't want to attract everyone else. I just want to try and kite these two over if I can.
Okay, roll me a performance check.
All right. And if they don't notice, I am going to poop on their heads. That is plan B. 17 plus 3, 20.
So they do notice you.
Good.
And they are kind of intrigued. They're just kind of watching you at this point. You're kind of out of their reach, so they're not really looking to really do anything.
One of them looked bigger than the other one. Which one's the one that swiped at me? Can I tell?
From this high up, no.
Okay, so which one's bigger?
They're about the same size.
I'm going to try and poop on one of their heads.
Okay. Make a ranged attack at disadvantage with a +5.
Disadvantage. That's quite disadvantage. Ranged attack. So just +5 then?
Just +5.
8.
You let one fly, and it just completely misses. Doesn't even get anywhere close.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to about 40 feet, and I'm gonna just dive bomb at one of them, so I get about 10 feet above its head, and keep going past, but towards the direction of the hut.
Okay, you're trying to get real close to it.
Like close, but not super close.
Not close enough. Okay.
Trying to stay out of claw range, but almost claw. Like right where you hold the feather for the cat.
Yeah. So roll me a persuasion check.
Oh my.
Oh, 18 plus 3, 21.
21. Okay. So you dive bomb these two that are on the outside, and the one of them reaches up and tries to claw at you. and you're just out of reach.
As I fly
and
by,
you
I wiggle my tail
as
feathers
you
at
fly
him.
by and start headed towards the dome, and the two of them look at each other, and just eyes on you as you're flying kind of low, and they both start taking off after you.
Great. I'm going to go straight towards the hut and plop inside.
Okay.
I'm going to land right on top of Thurkear's head. And then turn back into a hermit.
I'll just like throw them off.
Oh gosh. Okay. All right. I got it. I'm good.
Listen. I know you like to change into animals and stuff, but when you're gonna land on my head, stay the bird for a minute till I can get you off.
Right. I always forgot. Sorry. I'm not used to people. My bad.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my staff.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I am on the fly learning how to use a new program.
A what?
Learning how to use a new program.
Hmm. That's right. I'm learning how to use a new character.
That didn't work as I thought it would. Alright, let's try a different. Ooh.
So if we're trying to not kill something, how does that work?
Bludgeon. I don't know.
Yeah, bludgeoning damage would be one way. Just call it non-lethal, and as long as it's not piercing or magical, you can knock it unconscious.
What if it is magical bludgeoning? Right.
If it's a melee, like if you're doing shillelagh,
Yeah.
then that would not count as
Okay.
magical damage. If you were to do, I know fireball probably is not the best stuff, but if you were to do fireball,
Yeah.
Fireball?
Let's not talk about fireball.
Mumbles was all excited about Fireball.
I was so excited about fireball to end up in the Nine Hills.
Have you thought about Water Ball?
I haven't,
We could homebrew this.
but now it's an idea. I mean, I do have tidal wave. That's interesting.
I'm sorry, did you just say you had tidal wave? We could just put a tidal wave at the back of them there, that nest there, and just push them all out that area.
Oh my word! I just realized how broken this is. Oh my word!
No, Gavi is a character with some sort of broken weapon.
No, not a broken weapon. Just like feats on feats on feats, and they all kind of stack together, and it's like, oh wow, that's not good. They should not allow me to do that. But here we are.
Here we are.
Nope.
Yeah. I cannot see. Okay, there we are. There are 9 people watching.
Hi, everybody.
Poor souls.
Poor unfortunate souls. So sad. It's true. think the DM is actually setting up a battle map. That's oh wow. I thought we were just gonna theater of the mind this.
No, I like battle maps. I'm excited. I don't mind theater of the mind.
I'm so excited. What is that from?
Gollum?
No. There's a like an animated movie, and the little character in there he has kind of a Gollum-esque voice, and I'm so excited. It's like his only memorable line. Nope.
Anastasia?
Could be.
The little
Good.
bat thing? No, he has a bunch of lines that people remember, though.
That's a movie I need to
And
rewatch.
it's a 10 by 10, right? Mumbles on the hut.
It
Or it's a
is-
10-foot radius.
Yeah, it is a 10-foot radius.
I like how I'm in a nice forest. Gavi's in a field of mountains. Mumbles is on a nice skyline. Master's in hell.
No, actually, Mumbles in some sort of like combat arena for a fighting game. I recognize that.
All right. All right. So you guys are now here.
Yes, we
You're
are.
back in. You're back in the hut, and these two cats are coming at you.
I remember.
How many? 2, you said?
It's a good map.
Yep.
I like it. And there's food out here somewhere.
I just realized what character it was.
Right. Well, I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna raise my club. I'm gonna hold my action until he's close enough. I'm gonna smack him in the head.
All right. I'm gonna need you all to roll initiative.
Ooh, that's fancy. Make sure you click your token first.
I try to remember which one is mine.
17.
Don't I get some sort of
Glad it was
initiative
17.
thing? No. Okay. I thought I got some sort of initiative bonus or something like that.
You don't have one?
I thought I did, but I'm not.
Plus 4.
Well, no. I mean, I know I get that, but I mean, I thought like
like
I
a
could roll with
like a-
advantage or something.
Gotcha.
You know, what happens. All right.
12.12. That's very specific.
It is.
All right. So Thurkear, you see these Hellcats start coming in after the Hermit has swooped in and transformed back into himself, and the Hellcats are starting to come in into view. What do you do?
I mean, about how far are they from the main fountain? That is a great question. What I'm gonna do? Well, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to activate my blade song.
Okay.
It's a bonus action. Let's see. I am then going to run out of the dome. Let's see, that's 30 feet. Oh, I could get within range of one if I wanted. 40? Alright, cool. I just want to make sure that. Alright, so I am going to
So
activate my
Blade
blade
Song
song.
gives you extra speed.
Yes, it gives me, it increases my walking speed by 10 feet. I get a +5 to my AC, +5 to my con. I also get to add 5 extra damage to any of my melee attacks as well. Alright, so I am going to run up and I'm going to draw my rapier. And I'm finally going to get to stabby time.
It's stabby time!
It's stabby time. Let's
Stabby stab!
Let's stabby stab this one.
Stabby stab it.
Okay.
I thought we was waiting in here.
I thought this was the idea as well, but apparently it's not. He seems very excited for some reason.
Yeah, 15.
You said a 15?
That's correct.
15 misses.
15 misses. That is unfortunate. That is actually quite unfortunate. Okay. Whenever that misses, I'll go ahead and let me see and cast.
Oh, and as soon as he left the dome,
It disappeared.
it disappears.
So y'all are sitting there right where I want you.
That might be entirely very inconvenient.
This was not part of the plan.
And then I'm gonna this one that I missed there with my rapier. I'm going to cast frostbite on it. And that is a con save.
You can.
I get-
frostbite
Why?
because you attack.
I know, and I get
Unless
to
there's something
replace
you can-
one of my 2 attacks with the cantrip.
Oh, sweet.
Yep, that's part of my thing. Yep, I can attack twice instead of once. Whenever you take the attack action, moreover, you can cast one of your cantrips in place of one of those attacks.
Nice. Okay, you
got
will have
you.
disadvantage.
No, it's not an attack. It's a con save. So
Oh,
from
it's
the
constant.
creature. Yep, frostbite.
Oh, frostbite, not ray of frost. My bad.
Correct. Yep. Otherwise, that would be, yeah, it's a big deal. Frostbite.
24.
Okay, it succeeded. Nice.
These creatures are pretty hardy.
Yeah, that's inconvenient for me. That's kind of all I got.
All right. Hellcat's turn. I don't know what that means.
Okay. Let's see.
So, so the Hellcat's turn. The one that you just tried to attack is going to use its multi-attack. It's going to bite at you once and claw at you once.
Okay.
So first the bite.
I cast shield.
Okay. You don't have to use that until after you release.
Yeah. I just have a feeling. I have a gut feeling.
So a 12 on the bite.
No.
And on the attack, natural 20.
Woo!
Okay. Well, that's gonna hit. That hurts me. That hurts my face.
Even with shield.
So,
It's
Uh,
like, wait,
Yeah, shield doesn't help me with that.
so that's 26 damage.
Okay.
Well, if your AC is 30 or above, or is above 30, then it negates the crit part.
No,
But-
it's not about there.
I doubt it is.
It's very
So you
close.
take 26 slashing damage, and then you take. Let's see here. Plus 12, so 21 fire damage, half because you're resistant. So 10 fire damage.
Okay.
This one is going to run straight at Mr. Hermit, and it gets about 10 feet away from you and lunges at you. Something seems familiar about this particular Hellcat, as it senses your smell. A smell that it's smelled before, and it doesn't know why, so it's going to go after you. And it does a pounce attack, which is 2 claw attacks. And if this hits, I'm going to need you to make...
When I said I was holding my action, does that... It was technically before we did initiative?
Yes. So, if you would like to make your attack before...
I would. I would very much like to make my attack before.
Yep.
I'm going to do some shillelagh, which is plus 11. That's on the floor. 10, 21.
21 hits.
21 hits. That's 1d8 plus 5. That's a 1, so 6. 6 damage. Take that!
Alright, that's 6 damage.
Doesn't seem like an awful lot, you know. Oh no.
He had to leave.
Okay.
There's a message about that.
Bye.
Um,
I'm gonna go over here then. Where's there a message? I don't see a message anywhere.
It's in the
Oh, it's in that.
Hangouts, yeah.
Rain.
Sure, he causes all this trouble and then he leaves.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Shillelagh does not scale.
Well, yeah, I know. I realized that literally as I was rolling damage.
Cool. Okay.
So that spell's useless.
We're gonna have to find a better wacky stick.
So the first attack's 29. It didn't work like I thought it was going to. Second attack is a natural 20.
Oh gosh. I'm glad we fixed them hit points.
So this is the crit. 30 for the crit. For the regular damage, and then 18 for the fire damage halved. That's the crit. And then
It's 9. I did that in my head.
good job. 14 for the regular hit, and 7 for the fire damage halved, down to 3.
Well, that was just rude right there. Excuse me, little kitty cat.
And I need you to make a strength saving throw.
You need me to make an attack. You need me to go with my next turn. So 17. It's plus nothing because it's a straight throw.
17? Okay. So you're not knocked prone.
That's right, I'm not. Can't knock me down. I know I look frail, but I ain't frail.
It is now your turn.
I am so not frail. I'm going to instead turn into a mammoth.
Oh my.
Do I have room to turn into a mammoth?
Yeah, you'll just push anybody in your way out of your way.
Okay. Look at you. You got that ready already. Can I control it?
I'm giving you control.
Cool. Oh, I got control. Stop it. Cancel. Cancel. All right, you want to just move him up a little bit?
Nope, we're going to move Gavi back.
Oh, all right.
Of course you are.
And we're going to move you just over here to the side.
All right. And then telepathically in Gavi's head, he hears, "Oops, sorry, Sonny." As I push him back, and I'm going to make a stomp attack, which is a plus 10, so 12.
I moved that under PC's wild shape. So you made what? What was the attack?
It was a 12.
12 is not going to cut it.
And then I'm gonna use my giant nose and make a big trumpeting noise to try and scare him away. That's my turn. Yeah, take that.
All right.
That was
Horton,
anticlimactic.
you are now staring at the butt end of a mammoth.
I have a procedural question for the master of the dungeon things.
Yes.
How large are the Hellcats?
They're medium-sized creatures.
This
They're
is-
bigger than you are.
This is
but-
excellent news.
Yeah.
I forgot to update everybody's character sheets, so all of this info is wrong. Sorry.
I've been waiting for this.
It is your turn. So what would you like to do?
I'd like to use my halfling nimbleness, and I'd like to charge straight through the legs of the mammoth,
Absolutely.
and I'd like to continue on past through the legs of the Hellcat because I have halfling nimbleness. I can do that.
Okay.
On the way through, I would like to take advantage of your homebrew rules, and I would like to use my 4 attacks to slash at each of the Hellcat's legs as I pass through underneath him.
Okay. What homebrew rule are you specifically trying to?
I'm specifically trying to. Well, I mean, I don't even really have to do that because I have slasher, and if I do slashing damage, which my longsword does, I can disable him.
What homebrew rule are you trying to?
Well, the one here where let me find house rules. Here we go. About advantage and such like that, because I figure if I disable him, I can give advantage to Tantor over here.
Yeah, if you want to use your bonus action to try and precisely cut this in a place to where it would fall prone, giving the
I'm
mammoth
trying-
advantage.
I'm trying to cut all 4 paws off as I go underneath.
Yeah.
And I'll take
So-
anything that I can get along the way.
So roll your 4 attacks.
Attack number 1 is a 14. I don't think that's going to do
14,
it.
14 misses.
Attack number 2 at the other front paw, a 15. I don't
15
think that's going
misses.
to do it. At the back paw, 22.
hits.
All right. And then at the other back paw, 17.
17 just hits.
All right. That gives us a very
So-
good baseline to work from.
Are those two-handed or one-handed?
Those are one-handed because I'm carrying my shield.
Okay, so that's 20 damage.
Yes.
Is there any additional damage that you're doing?
I'm double checking. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage, you can reduce the speed of the target by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. So he is slightly immobile.
Okay.
If that, with that in mind, and him being less mobile, perhaps I can give advantage to my friend the elephant on the next run.
Okay, give me
Clearly, he
a
needs it.
an athletics check.
Certainly can do that.
All right, we got 2.
32. Okay, so yeah. So as you're running, you dash forward, running underneath the mammoth. You get to the Hellcat. It sees you coming, and you kind of duck underneath, going full speed with your shield on one side and your sword on the other. You slash at the first leg, missing. You slash at the second leg, missing. Each time this Hellcat doesn't know what's going on. It like just kind of rears up. You get to the back legs, and it has nowhere else to go. You clip it on in the knee on one side, and then turn around and clip it in the knee on the other side. As you stand on the other side of it, it just collapses down to the ground. Hermit, you will have advantage on your entire round next time against this thing, and you will add a 15 to the damage.
Bless you. Okay. Add a 15 plus whatever my already.
Plus whatever the damage is. Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit.
No. 15.
Oh, that's damage.
It's
Gotcha,
damage,
gotcha,
yes.
gotcha.
Not, yeah. So I'm gonna attack right here with Thurkear.
You don't have to. Oh, yeah, you do have to.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna do rapier attacks. 16 just hits.
Mm. And here I thought 17 just hit.
And 23 definitely hits.
Yes, it
Armor
does.
class of 16.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
And then it's 11 damage and 14 damage. That's 25 damage. And let me make sure that nothing else happens. I do not know this character. Did he say you get an extra 5?
Yes, it's part of his
damage.
blade song.
Yes, so that's an extra 10 damage. So that's 35 damage. Yeah. So that's 35 damage to this guy. Alright. Hellcat's turn.
There's only one in the turn order, so only one of them can go.
That's not how that works at all. I'm actually going to re-add them. Because I did a dumb thing.
I have bad news, guys.
RT.
I'm out of tea.
Why is the T always gone?
Why is all the tea gone?
Okay. So we're gonna. Wrong button. 17 misses.
That's good to know.
27 hits.
Also good to know.
2d8 plus 5. That's a 14 damage.
To Thurkear.
Yes, to Thurkear.
Okay.
And this Hellcat is going to attempt to turn around and slash at the dwarfling that just almost
Ruined.
took its legs off. So it's
That
going to
was-
turn around and attack you. Same as 22, 16.
The 22 hits.
That's 17 damage.
No fire damage.
Oh, yes, thank you for reminding me.
I hate to be the bearer of that. No.
So 10 to Mumbles, reduced by 5. Or reduced to 5. And
1.
6 to you.
All right.
It didn't roll. I put a period after it, so it messed up the calculation.
So in fact, it is 6 reduced to 3. Yes.
Correct.
Okay, then I have updated everything properly.
All right, Hermit.
All right. Well, gosh, this is not going as well as I was hoping. That guy over there looks like he's getting hurt, but I'm gonna quickly stomp on this guy real quick and just do some nice damage here and you know, that's all internal monologue. But my internal monologue is mostly out loud, so you hear like as I'm going. Yeah. So you said advantage, you say?
You have
Yes.
advantage, yes.
Good, because I got a 18, which I thought was great, but then I got this 20 over here, which I thought was even better.
Good. Okay, so
It's
that's
the same thing.
40,
So
40 plus 40, 10 plus 15 plus 7. That's a lot of damage.
So
that's a lot of damage.
4d10.
Yeah, 40, 10.
4d10, that's 4 right there. Don't fall off. 6 and 6 is 12, 15, 23.
23 plus 40
So 63,
plus 7, 80.
70.
No, 70.
70. Plus
No,
15,
no,
which is
80.
85.
85.
85 damage.
That's 85 damage. And that's bludgeoning, by the way.
Yes. This Hellcat is looking hurt.
Really? That's it?
It is. It's seen better days.
Bonus action. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Bonus action. Can I do a concentration spell whilst I am?
Yeah.
Oh no,
You
but
are
that's that would have to be a cantrip, right?
No. It just has to be a bonus action.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Okay. So I'm going to do healing spirit towards my friend Thurkear.
okay.
Is he still at 183? Or is it just not updated
Yes,
for me?
he's at 183. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
Okay. So you put a healing spirit on him.
Yeah, how does that work? Restore 1d6.
Is this a progressive healing spell?
It for each action it heals 1d6.
For each bonus action?
Yes, for each bonus action.
Yeah. Or I could move it.
Cool.
Okay.
And it can heal 7 times because you're level 20.
That's super helpful.
Boop.
Roll that 1d6 for healing.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
Uh-huh.
Where are my sixes? Right there. 2. D6 plus anything? No, just 2. This is not as good as I was hoping.
That's actually really good because it continues to heal.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. Horton.
I assume that I do not have advantage on this thing.
No, you do not have advantage.
Well, I would still like to whack it with my little longsword, which is
Okay.
kind of an what do you call that? An oxymoron, my little longsword. But here we go, and I'm going to whack it with my longsword.
So long sword to you is a short sword to everybody else.
If I could speak, I would probably try and mention something like try not to hit him in
24.
some place that'll damage the pelt.
24. That definitely hits.
And is it still alive?
Just barely.
Well, let's see if we can fix that. Is it
19
still alive?
hits.
7.
Still up.
Wait, actually. Wait a minute. Let me do some math here. What did I roll
Oh,
here?
that's weird.
Okay, so actually that
You on there
first one,
twice.
that
What?
first one is
You on there twice.
the first one is actually a crit. Because I have superior crit.
Ooh.
A natural roll 18 and above
That
is a
is
crit.
true. So that's an additional 8 damage.
Okay. Is it still alive?
It is still alive.
Oh.
Well, right. That is not a lot. It did not hit. I felt bad for it.
Yeah, that does not hit.
I felt less bad for it.
That absolutely does hit, and it's dead. You didn't even need the extra damage.
Is it dead or unconscious?
I don't know. Ask him, Horton. Are you trying to knock it unconscious? Or are you?
So the rear paws have been damaged a little bit. So for that one, I suppose I could say that I brought the hilt of my sword down on its head and knocked it out,
Okay.
and really unconscified it.
It is unconscious.
All right. And with that, I will move to support my little friend over here, Mr. Thurkear.
Okay. Thurkear. just going to attack. 16 just hits. And 27. That's another 16 damage. That's 10. And then he's going to use his bonus action to run over here and try and get the cat's attention. So I'm going to roll performance to try and distract it. A 21 successfully distracts it, so Horton, you will have advantage on your turn.
On my whole turn?
Just for the first attack.
Okay, I was gonna say.
So the Hellcat is going to attack Thurkear. "27 hits, 21 hits. So that is 22 damage after reducing the first attack, after reducing the fire damage. And that is 14 damage on the second attack. All right, Hermit, you're up.
I am going to make a trampling charge in a straight line. I'm still drawing also. Hold on. Please hold. Delete. A straight line to here. There. And it needs to make a strength.
How much distance can you move?
What is my distance? 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay.
I'm running
10-foot straight line.
20 feet. I was running at a diagonal straight there.
Okay. Well, you can't quite, with Horton there, you can't quite get the charge in.
Oh.
You would have to come in from this direction.
I am a tiny hobbit. I can slip under his feet again.
He could go under me. I could go on top of him.
I will allow the charge, but you also have to make an attack at Horton.
Well, it's a strength save
I think I can take that.
of 18.
I still think I can take that.
I don't think you can.
My strength save is plus 11.
Oh. Your strength is low, but your save is high. How's that work?
No, my strength is very high. My strength is 20.
Oh, you're high. That's right.
I'm the one who can pick you up and do all the things. Yes.
Yeah. It's me and Thurkear that are low.
Yes.
I have a strength save of -1.
Okay, so it's a strength save for
18.
this trample attack.
Yep.
At the 10, he fails.
Great. So he is knocked prone, and because of that, I can make a bonus attack of a stomp attack.
Oh, should I roll the strength save?
Yeah, roll your
Yes.
strength save. And you're either knocked prone, and I could make a bonus attack on you, but I probably won't.
I think I made that one.
You did fine. I just ran right over him.
Just like I hear it coming and just like lift up a hand. It steps on the hand. I just push it forward. Real good.
Thanks for the assist. All right. So
This goes on him.
bonus action. I'm gonna make a stomp attack. That's a 29.
29 definitely hits.
Yeah, I thought it might. Yeah. So that's 4d10. Oh, I got a 0.
Oh, you have advantage because
That's a
he's
10.
prone, by the way.
I got a 10. Oh, I got an advantage. So hold on, let me double check. I don't get a 20. Nope. Still whatever I said, 29. So 14, 24, 30.
All right. This one is looking hurt.
This is a little better than Shillelagh.
Little bit, yes. Yes, it
And-
is.
So that was my bonus attack. I don't get a second bonus attack because of that, right? 'Cause I can't move my
Correct.
little square.
Right.
Okay. Do I get the healing from that because I'm in the square now?
Yeah, but you've taken no damage, so.
Oh, should I take
Oh,
two
so I can't get healing on me while I'm as a mammoth.
Oh, I guess I should wait until my
No.
turn.
It doesn't,
Okay.
It doesn't carry over like that.
Okay. Cool. I'm still getting used to it. Thanks.
Okay.
All right, Horton.
At my turn, should I take some healing from the healing spirit?
You would have to move over into the.
Oh, you have to be like in that.
It's a 5
square?
foot. It's a 5 foot square.
Oh, never mind then. All right. I will simply attack the little kitty on the ground and.
You
do I
have
get-
advantage on all of these because he's prone.
Oh, that's
And
very
because you
good
have
news.
advantage.
Yeah, and add a +2 to your first attack.
Add a +2.
Oh, it does 25.
I mean, it's still an 18, so it's still a
Oh,
crit.
it's still a crit. Yeah. So that's an additional D8. Yep. So 13 plus 8,
Mm-hmm.
21.
Oh yes. Oh, and since I have this as well, I'm going to also use my slasher feat.
Okay.
You've learned where to cut to have the greatest results, granting you the following benefits: increase your strength, or okay, yeah. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals slashing damage, you can reduce the speed of that target by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. And when you score a critical hit that deals slashing damage to a creature you grievously wounded, until the start of your next turn, the target has disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Awesome.
So it's at disadvantage.
You should have done that on the last one too.
Well, the last one, I didn't get a crit until it died.
Oh, that's true.
So there wasn't really an opportunity. So here's my second attack.
Okay.
That's
All
doing
right.
pretty good stuff.
Yep.
And here's my
Hold on. 14 plus 8 is 22. Okay.
and here's my third attack. Which is also a crit because it's an 18 plus 12.
He's dead exactly.
Okay. I was just
So-
kind of whacking away there. I wasn't really paying attention to it. And I did grievously wound him, so he wasn't going to last very long anyway. That one is dead.
So, having dismantled the other one, you come up to this one and you and it's got its back turned to you. So your first slash takes the tail clean off. Your second slash cuts a leg, and you see it like kind of bend inwards. And then you take your third stab and you just stab directly into its spine, and it just falls limp.
Don't worry, everyone. I think I got it. Thurkear, are you all right?
Yeah, man, I'm fine. Still trying to get used to all these powers, I guess.
I don't know if these are necessarily powers, although I do feel considerably stronger than when we were fighting with the goblins.
Yeah, you definitely look stronger.
I look stronger.
I'm gonna put my head down, and just put my tusk right next to Horton, and try to nudge him to get him to sit on it.
I will, and as he does whatever he's doing, I'm going to like pick up my sword, which I'm assuming is all caked in blood and everything. But I'm going to try and find like a spot that's not caked in blood, and I'm going to try and like take a look at myself in the reflection from it, because he said I look stronger, and I'm going to try and figure out what that means.
And I'm gonna raise him up so he looks all majestic,
Roll a perception check.
as high as,
Roll a
as high as he
perception
goes. And if someone could take a selfie right now, he would be
A 20.
He would be pretty sweet.
So you've got your sword out, and you're kind of trying to angle it at yourself.
And you're like 30
And,
feet in the air.
You can
How
kind of
the heck did that happen? I have a -3 to wisdom. I have a +3 to perception.
because you have proficiency in it.
I know, but like still, that ain't right.
Yes, it is, because you have a +6 to proficiency.
I know, but still, that ain't right.
So you're angling the sword, trying to get the best angle, and you finally find a spot. And you just sit there and stare at a while. And as you're looking at it, you can see definition in your arms where you couldn't see it before. Your chest is a little bit more puffed out than you're used to seeing. You've
Okay.
got these veins in the side of your neck that are just like bulging, and you look stronger.
I guess I am my mother's child.
Right, and with that realization, that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, we'll pick up next week with what you guys want to do with these two cats. See if you guys want to maybe grab some more before you head back. So yeah, good job.
Because we're only gonna make. So one's dead, right?
One's dead.
One is dead.
75. The
So
other one's
right now
100.
you have 100. Right now you have 100, and I'm gonna say that the amount of crits you did on that thing, you've ruined that pelt.
So we have 125.
But you said I cut off the legs and I cut off the tail. All right, okay, I cut one leg, I cut the tail, and I stabbed it in the back. That's not entirely. That's not really a ruin.
It's not entirely ruined, but
Although
it's ruined enough.
it did get stepped on by a mammoth. I'm quite sure
That's
that
bludgeoning. That's bludgeoning. I just broke some bones, maybe a rib.
it's kind of like when you monkey. It's kind of like when you take your cat and you pet her in the wrong way and all the hair stands up, but permanent.
Mm. Gavi killed one. I'm keeping track. Monster 0. Nailed it.
That's very rare, actually, that we didn't die.
Well, it's a lot harder to kill us now, and there were only 2 of them.
Yes, there were only 2 of them.
Nice. All right. Well,
Advantage helps quite a bit.
next week we got to figure out how to carry 2 Hellcats back.
Well, you're a mammoth.
2 weeks. I'm a mammoth. Yeah. I probably will switch to like a more bounder or something, so it's a little smaller to get through the tight spaces. Unless we're just gonna try and teleport.
Oh, teleport.
Who knows?
Also works, I think.
Can he teleport with me as a mammoth? Because that could be funny.
You can technically, yeah.
There's no size limit to what he can teleport.
Nope. As long as it's a willing creature.
Awesome. I am willing.
Now
That's
that'd
the
be good.
creature that he designates.
That'd be kind of difficult because you see the other Hellcat is unconscious and I don't think it's willing to go with us.
It's unconscious. It doesn't have a choice.
Okay.
Just lay one across each tusk, and away we go.
It's more of a limit of number
Bless you.
Bless you.
than it is size.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, thank you for a great session. Hopefully we didn't annoy Mumbles too much.
I think
he
we
had to go.
definitely annoyed Mumbles too much.
That was the reason he left. He messaged.
He told you separately. I'm done with these 2. I've had all I can take.
Can't say I blame him.
Ooh, we're gonna get a trench coat.
So I guess you did. So I guess you did figure out the having 3 people instead of 4.
Yeah, a little. I mean, sort of. But if you look at it, I didn't really, because there's 2 masters.
Well, yeah.
But I had to move
noticed
everything.
that. But they're evenly spaced.
Well, yeah. I'm not a complete noob.
And I technically was playing Thurkear, so.
That's true. Yeah. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I appreciate it. We will see all y'all later. Hang on, I gotta find a raid target real quick, but I'm not gonna actually talk about the raid target because.
Well, don't worry. I say goodbye to everyone and say thank you for coming in and for enjoying yourselves. It's been such a pleasure to be entertaining you and to be able to provide such wonderful little experiences like this for you. I hope that you have greatly enjoyed yourself and that you'll return to us again in 2 weeks.
Please just end it in the middle of them talking.
I mean, it would seem to be appropriate.
Sorry.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
I don't know if this is the right button or what this will do, but let's push it and see what happens. Oh, hold on. I didn't actually do the raid thing yet. I'll edit this out.
Yeah, it's official.
Okay, now I can end.
Bye.
Song.
$sign rate card.